Now at 6, after 70 years and 8 upgrades, Pittsburgh's wastewater plant is finally getting a complete overhaul. What it means for local businesses looking to expand. Plus, Missouri Southern builds a better medical future for the community thanks to 3D printer technology. And volunteers tee off for a cause benefiting two-legged and four-legged heroes.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh's wastewater treatment facility is expanding to better serve the community. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Melissa Alexis attended the groundbreaking today for the upcoming project.
It's a project that's been years in the making.
A couple years into design, we were able to get under contract with Crossland Heavy. We are excited.
Today, the Pittsburgh Wastewater Treatment Plant held a groundbreaking ceremony to kick off construction of their new facility.
Crossland Heavy is the prime general contractor for this project. They will have some subcontractors that will help assist to bring this project together.
The new facility will have a new biological nutrient removal system, UV disinfection, and a Class A sludge system. Jerry Moran, the U.S. Senator for Kansas, says there's a demand for expansion.
There is demand for increasing use of wastewater. There are a number of businesses in town who have, in this region, who have told me they're looking at expansions, but they need to make sure that the infrastructure is here.
The reason behind the upgrade is the current facility is aged, almost 70 years old, and they want to meet the new permit requirements from the state and increase volume capacity.
The existing facility was built in 1952. It's had about 8 different upgrades over the life of that lifespan, with the last major renovation happening in 1993. So this facility is pretty well at end of life. We're maxing out on capacity, and we need to meet new permit requirements.
Construction on the multi-million-dollar project will begin by the end of the month.
Opportunity for us to further grow the economy, do it in a sound way with good environmental quality, and it's just one more piece of evidence that things are going to continue to be good and grow in this part of the country.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
The project will take about 2.5 years to complete. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at weather.
We have mild temperatures throughout the weekend, 73 on Saturday, 76 on Sunday. So we're sitting right at average this weekend, but we do have a pretty cloudy day on Saturday. Clouds clear by Sunday, but no rain chances, at least not until Monday. So we're looking pretty good. Now, taking a look at our radar, you can see we've got a lot of those scattered showers out in Oklahoma and Texas, but we are clear. We've got a few clouds in the area, but overall it was a gorgeous day. Temperatures got up to about 75 degrees, which is right on par with where we should be this time of year. Now we've got a northeasterly breeze. That's going to keep us a little bit cooler tomorrow. And then we have those clouds moving in overnight as well. So temperatures are going to drop down through the 60s pretty quickly, getting down to the low 50s, upper 40s. But we've got very consistent mild temperatures for the next few days, but a warm up in the forecast. I'll have those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Missouri Southern will soon take its medical services to the next level. Today, the university unveiled its brand new 3D printing center for precision health. This cutting-edge facility will serve as a hub for advanced research, workforce training, and regional collaboration focused on the intersection of 3D printing and personalized healthcare solutions.
Building, it will have a larger space, and so what that will do, we will be able to add to the equipment that we have. We anticipate purchasing additional printers, additional scanners. We'll have additional computer stations. There is a huge software component to this that has to be managed, and so we have to have appropriate computers that can communicate with the printers.
The long-term vision includes relocating the center to the Roy Blunt Health Science Innovation Center in 2026. Well, two-legged volunteers tee off to help four-legged Friends of Vets for a fundraising event. The Heartland Canines for Veterans Putts for Paws golf tournament took place today at the Carthage Golf Course. The event featured a variety of golf skills competitions, including a longest drive and closest to the pin, as well as a raffle, auction, and a ton of prizes.
fun community activity. There's camaraderie involved. There's a lot of different activities going on while they're doing it, and then it's a great way to do something that makes a big difference for us in the community.
The annual event raises funds to help cover the cost to train and pair service dogs with veterans in the area. Well, part of Neosho gets a festive, fresh coat of paint. The annual painting of Senior Hill took place today. The tradition sees graduating seniors celebrate the end of their K-12 careers by using the side of Senior Hill as a canvas to express themselves. Spokesperson for the Neosho Chamber of Commerce said the annual event serves as a colorful way to mark the milestone of graduation and send the seniors off to a bright future. And then there were four. The Lions look to keep their bats roaring in the conference tournament. John Dales has highlights coming up in sports. But up first, the Ronald McDonald House finds out how a little pop tab can save a life. Whether on a can of soda or soup, you're probably familiar with the metal pop tab on top. But for the Ronald McDonald House in Joplin, those small pieces of metal help fund the charity's work. KOAM's Samantha Walker has more on how the organization hopes to inspire the next generation of philanthropists, one pop tab at a time.
Yes, we can bring them over.
While an individual pop tab may not be worth too much, for the Ronald McDonald House in Joplin, they're pretty valuable.
At any given time, we might have 9 families staying here at the Ronald McDonald House. These pop tabs help support our general operations, which is meals, showers, comfort, hope, and care for those families in stressful times.
Ronald McDonald House Charities offers a place for families to stay who have loved ones in area hospitals. Schools were challenged to collect pop tabs to help support this mission, competing to bring in the most for the inaugural Pop Tab Palooza.
Our school brought a lot this year, and I kept seeing all of these pop tabs. I saw one of them where we had a bucket full of them, and it was so much of them. It was a lot.
The Palooza is all about inspiring the next generation of philanthropists.
So if these elementary students can remember that they were part of giving back and then that they helped the Ronald McDonald House when they're little, maybe someday they're going to grow up and be a volunteer, a donor, or even a board member.
Students were inspired by one man who's volunteered with the Pop Tab program for more than 20 years, earning the nickname Pop Tab Daddy. His family stayed at the Ronald McDonald House when his grandson was born.
He was there for 5 weeks, so they saved a lot of money. So I decided I'll just do whatever I can for Ronald McDonald House because they've been so good to us and my family.
And students say even when the Pop Tab Palooza and competition are through, they'll still be collecting as a small way to help.
To help people who have babies in the hospital and they're really sick or something like that, and 4 pounds or 3 pounds, something like that. That's a really big deal that a baby's like that. And like Mercy or Freeman, they really need those pop tabs.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Well, you don't have to be a student to donate pop tabs or cans to the Ronald McDonald House. Community members are welcome to drop off donations at the charity at any time. Well, a little later, the Thunder look to advance in their series against the Nuggets. John has a preview coming up in sports.
And it is a really great looking weekend. I'm going to have those details coming up. Well, today was a really beautiful spring day. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. You can see 7th and Range Line. Some of those clouds are starting to push out of here. We are still going to see a couple of clouds overall for the rest of the afternoon and evening. But we're looking good. You can see all these clusters of thunderstorms and showers south of Oklahoma and in Texas. Heavy rainfall in the southern states in the Gulf Coast. But we're looking pretty clear. We're staying clear also through the weekend. Now you can see downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Camera's a little shaky there because we are seeing winds gusting about 15-20 miles per hour out of the northeast. Those are going to continue into the evening. Temperatures dropping down to the low 50s, upper 40s. So tonight it's going to be pretty mild. Still a few degrees below average, but not too bad. And clouds start to increase because on Saturday we're going to have a pretty cloudy day. Even though temperatures are reaching the mid 70s again, We are going to have partly to mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures hitting about 73, 74, 75 degrees, but no rain chances, even though we're having overcast skies through parts of the day on Saturday. No rain until Monday. So let's go ahead and take a look. Through Saturday afternoon, we can see temperatures reaching low to mid 70s, 74 in Parsons, 75 out there in the northwest. And then we get into Sunday morning. Clouds start to push away. And then we have temperatures only dropping down to the low to mid 50s. Now this is right about average. Normally we're seeing lows about 54 degrees. That's our average temperature for this time of year for our overnight low. And then we have a few clouds. Those start to push out of here. Temperatures reaching mid to upper 70s on Sunday. So we're going to be a little bit warmer on Sunday. Now this is a little bit above average, but we are just bouncing around in the 70s for the next several days. And then rain chances start to push in on Monday, early afternoon. So right after about noon to 1 p.m., you can see a couple of these isolated showers, maybe some heavier parts of rain, but no severe threat for Monday. So those are going to continue all the way until Monday later afternoon, but not a big threat there. And then you can see temperatures reach 80s by the middle of the work week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Mostly sunny, and then temperatures in the 80s. So it's going to be really gorgeous, really warm, a little bit of a taste of summer there in the middle of the week. And then overnight lows only getting down into the mid to upper 60s. Now we do start to see rain chances kicking off again, more widespread rain chances on Friday. Now this is going to be a potential for severe weather. Until then, we don't have a severe weather threat, but thunderstorms late Friday night and then thunderstorms Saturday night as well. Those are going to be our 2 days where we could see a potential for severe weather, and then some more pop-up storms on Sunday, scattered showers continuing to push out of the area, and they're back to mild weather the following Monday. So we've got a really nice mild weekend, about average, a little cooler, mid 70s, can't complain there. A couple of showers Monday, and then warm temperatures through the rest of the week until Friday. So, you know, got a lot of nice weather for the next week and a half, you know.
I know, I was a little bit nervous when I saw you write hot on there.
Well, like, hot for,
it's going to feel hot for us. Yeah.
It's not quite there yet, but just wanted to warn everybody, it's going to be in the 80s. This is going to be, I think, the first time so far this season that we've hit above 80 degrees. I think we've hit 80, but above 80, and we're going to be getting there on Tuesday.
Definitely AC weather for us here
absolutely.
In this humidity, for sure. All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, it is perfect weather to hang out by the lake and listen to live music. And this is a live look from Crawford State Park, where folks are doing just that. Since 2018, musicians from all over the 4 states have performed overlooking the lake. This evening features John Dooling and Sean McDonald. Both kicked off at 6 p.m. The Music on the Lake series is organized by Friends of Crawford State Park. Attendees are encouraged to bring their own lawn chairs, and you can find a link to the 2025 series lineup on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, still ahead, the Oklahoma City Thunder play Game 3 of their second-round playoff series against the Denver Nuggets. And Missouri Southern
Missouri Southern baseball finished the regular season in 8th place in the MIAA, but the Lions are one of the last 4 teams remaining in the conference tournament. They're coming off an upset of #1 seed Central Missouri yesterday. Central Oklahoma battles Missouri Southern. Winner goes on to the MIAA Tournament Championship tomorrow afternoon. Lions get started right away. Top of the first, Jacob Phillip sends it back up the middle. Orlando Gonzalez makes a great effort at short, but his throw to first is wild, and Southern scores the first 2 runs of the game on that play. Bottom of the first, UCO scores 2 runs to tie it. Then with 1 out and men on second and third, there's a fly out to center. Runner tries to tag, but Braden Lucart's throw is on the money. That's a double play to keep it tied at 2. Stays that way into the top of the third when Tragan Parker hits a slicing line drive. That drops down and gets by the center fielder. Nate Miskowski scores. Parker advances to second. Lions would take a 4-2 lead, but UCO ties it back up. Then in the bottom of the 8th, breaks the tie. An RBI single off the bat of Brooks Miller. Broncos take a 6-4 lead into the 9th. Southern down to its final strike, and Phillip goes down swinging. Central Oklahoma wins at 6-4 and eliminates the Lions from the MIAA tournament. MSSU and Pitt State softball each lost their first NCAA tournament games yesterday. Now, because of the double elimination format, both the Lions and Gorillas face win or go home scenarios today. We'll start with Missouri Southern. The Lions keep their season alive, and in doing so, they end Harding's 2025 campaign. MSSU shuts out the Bisons 9-0. Carson Tinkler hits a 2-run homer. Taylor Knuckles gets 3 hits. Now this sets up a battle between the Lions and the host team, Southern Arkansas. That'll get started in the next hour. Over in Edmond, Oklahoma, Pittsburgh State softball's 2025 season comes to an end. Gorillas fall to Minnesota State Mankato 5-1. Tough end of the year for PSU, who loses 5 of their last 6 games. But as a whole, definitely successful season for the Gorillas. They finished with a record of 38-16, including 20-0 at home. That's all while under the direction of first-year head coach Josh Barnes. Back here in the 4 states, Fort Scott High School baseball comes into tonight, ranked the number 5 team in Class 4A. The Tigers have won 7 games in a row entering tonight. They've got a battle with Parsons over at Fort Scott Community College. We'll bring you the highlights from this one later tonight at 9 and 10. And closing things out with pro basketball, the second-round playoff series between the Thunder and Nuggets is tied at 1 game apiece. Tonight, that tie gets broken. Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals is set to tip off at 9 o'clock in Denver. The Nuggets stole Game 1 at the buzzer before OKC responded with a 43-point blowout victory in Game 2. Denver shot 44% from the field in its win, but was held to 37% from the floor as a team in Game 2. Another victory tonight would give home court advantage back to Oklahoma City. I think that's what they're thinking heading into this one. We got to get home court advantage back in our favor.
For sure. Back to the softball, it's kind of bittersweet, like seeing Pitt State lose, but Missouri Southern's still in it, so that's good for them.
We'll know by the end of tonight if Southern can win again and stay alive into tomorrow.
All right, hope they can. That's it for sports. We're back after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The price of flowers in some places has gone up. We take a closer look at the impact of tariffs on Mother's Day. Plus, the military continues its purge of trans soldiers. And it's slime time in Carl Junction. We'll explain those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Well, St. Mary's Elementary welcomed Colgan High School seniors this morning for the annual Senior Farewell Walk. The graduates, dressed in their caps and gowns, walked through the halls as elementary students lined up to cheer them on. It was a short but meaningful moment, giving the youngest students a glimpse at what's ahead and giving seniors a chance to reflect on how far they've come. A lot of memories made.
Well, the weather this weekend is going to be just gorgeous. Mid-70s on Saturday, mid to upper 70s on Sunday. Just sunny, partly cloudy on Sunday, but a little cloudier on Saturday. But outside of that, I mean, we've got a great couple of days ahead of us.
All right. Final sports note.
Looking forward to see if the Lions softball team can keep its season alive tonight. If they do, they play again tomorrow and need to win twice more tomorrow.
Looking forward to finding out what happens.
Yep.
Well, thank you for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.